pages till they get it right. I just don't know. Next we have Mick Dennison, the most experienced football player of them all. He's the man I put as a gauge to a life of football. I say, if a chain-smoking, drink-loving, foul-mouthed bastard can play this long, surely I can go a long way. Professionally, he will give you advice on monetary investment. But just don't ask him about matters of the heart, because he's shit about it. It's like dealing with a baby Huey all of a sudden. He must have loved the soap operas on TV growing up, because he embraces drama week after week in How's That, Ascot, and especially Heckle. And I have been a witness to this on some occasions, like a shouting drama of, "I'm never playing for Nomads, ever!" before getting into a taxi outside Heckle. And not before long, Randy gets the usual text apology messages and he shows up for a Sunday game. This is a cycle too familiar, like any soaps on TV. We know what is going to happen. But all in all, he's a good lad with a good heart. Just don't let him use it. By the way, a funny thing happened recently, and the boys wanted me to put this on the list. He got a text, Mick Dennison got a text message from me saying that I was in Ellen Road and I wanted to watch a Leeds game with my cousin. So Mick immediately contacts his brother, who was head of security in the club, and arranged for me to go to the VIP box and later on meet up with the players. The brother was disappointed as there was no Filipino guys walking up to the gate for the meet. A week later, we found out that he got my name and number mixed up with Kevin Moylan's. It also did not hit Mick that it was too strange to say that I came from Ireland with my cousin to watch a Leeds game. I thought being Filipino is bad around this lot, but I have it easy compared to the French. My good friends, Bruno Verne, Bertrand Collin, and Philippe Barun, always take it in stride. Bless the French. And that was the only time I've seen a grown man cry in Bangkok. A joy of tears when the airport lost and found personnel handed Philippe his knapsack with the tour money of 3,000 US that was still intact. He said, "Oh, merci, merci." Right. And just to let you know how long I've been around, I know the people whose names appeared in the tournaments we joined. Jim Howard, which the Vets tournament is named after, a former Nomad. And the late Alex Forbes was a teammate when we won in Bangkok in 1993. I have played with Kenny Gibson, Philippe, but did not have the chance to play with Hodges, Dave Reynolds, and I played a little bit with Albert Robert. I even played with Rolf, and I'd like to acknowledge that Rolf is a Nomad member since the 60s, and he's never missed a football dinner. Thank you, Rolf. Through the years, I have developed a tough character bring around these boys. There's no escaping comments and insults. If you were Scottish, you're gonna get it. If you were Welsh, it was the end of you. If you were Irish, Gypsy and Caravan comments will be coming your way. If you were German, they will start singing 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup, doo-da, doo-da, in which Albie would reply with 2 World Cups and no World Wars, doo-da, doo-da, day. Then if you were from England, you were fucked as well. If you were from the north, you'll get it. If you were from the south, you're dead. I learned that it's better to support a hometown club that nobody knows of than to support a Premier League club, as you will never hear the end of it. This reminded me of the first time we joined the Alaska Cup when we were short of players. The captain was Aaron Dean. By the way, he was screwed by his girlfriend more ways than we can imagine. But that's another story. And we looked for anybody who was interested to join. we had this English fellow who said he was interested. But then Coxie came up and said, we should reconsider, pointing to his Aston Villa sweatband. Do you see what a Filipino has to go through? But since I joined Nomads, I took it a day at a time. This is where I learned how to play mentally. Goals had started to become easy. I never really counted them all. But considering that I played one 11-a-side game, one mini World Cup, one local 7-a-side, one international 6-a-side game, then I would probably have played 4 tournaments a year. And have probably scored at least 2 goals per tournament, which brings my total to 68 tournaments and 136 goals. Not to mention a few more I remember being top goal scorers of Beach, Alaska, 11-a-side and Mini World Cup, which adds another 12. So I figure I have about 148 goals, plus the lonely one in college, so 149. But Dave Hodges thinks I've scored much more. Bless your heart, David. And because of my development of football in Nomads, I have won it all. Thanks to Nomads, I have 2 international 6-a-side championships, 1 11-a-side in Bangkok, 1 Negros Occidental in Bacolod, 1 First Division, 4 Mini World Cups, 3 beach football championships, 2 11-a-side, 4 7-a-side championships, most notable is Alaska, 3 Best Soccer Player Awards, 2 Top Scorer Awards, 1 Player of the Year, and 1 Best Striker. I was fortunate to have good teammates to carry it all through. I did not wake up to say that I need all these awards. I never knew it would come, just took it a day at a time. And I knew without Nomads, none of this would be possible. I think the military had a good thing going though. Showing all their medals, tours of duty, and a compliment on their chest. It would be a good talking point for cocktail parties as well. You got the Medal of Honor? Wow, what more? I think this should be something that we in Nomads should adopt, since pissing the farthest seemed to be a normal thing to do. People find it funny that I have a detailed list in my wallet of all the tournaments and individual awards that I have through the year. I think you need